What is up, Panther Nation? What a weekend it has been. As you know, our Panthers trimmed their roster from a hefty 90 down to a lean 53 on Saturday. With more leopards than our proverbial jungle could hold, it was time to go roster hunting. And hunting we did as we cut ties with young bucks and veterans alike. Needless to say, this weekend was filled with surprises, plot twists, and of course, hot mommies. But we are going to dissect it all in this Brothers Blues special edition, where we'll take a look at the highest highs and the lowest lows this weekend provided. It's roster hunting season. So if you took a look at our last video, link in the description, you'd know Zach Sanchez is someone whose stock was trending upward. The second-year corner had put himself in a position to seize a roster spot while Corn Elder recovered from injury. Well, his groin had other plans.
Sounds weird when you say it out loud.
A groin re-aggravation sustained by Sanchez in the first half of our last preseason game led to him kicking off roster hunting season and being the first player waived on Friday. This, along with Teddy Williams and Corn the Cob Elder being placed on IR, left fans wondering about our depth at nickel, which actually brings us to our first shock of the day. Plot twist number 1, wheeling and dealing. Now, I'm sure many of you out there shared my surprise when it was confirmed that receiver and special teamer Kalen Clay had in fact made the roster. But it turns out general manager Marty Herney was eyeing a different prize and saw an opportunity to keep some trade bait. The Panthers shipped over Kalen Clay and a 7th round pick to acquire cornerback Kevon Seymour from the Buffalo Panthers. I mean, Buffalo Bills. Or do I? Seymour looks to be a fantastic pickup for our secondary. The 6-foot corner can play both outside and in the slot. He started 3 games last year as a rookie and, along with James Bradbury, was one of the highest rated first-year corners by Pro Football Focus. Did I mention he runs a 4.39? Not too shabby. This actually looks to be a savvy move by Herney, who largely upgraded our cornerback depth without giving up much of anything at all. I mean, it's likely Clay wouldn't have even made the roster if not for this trade. Especially when we have guys that most fans agree should still be on the roster. Which brings us nicely to our next surprise. Plot twist number 2, the fall of the Swiss Army knife. Much of the preseason saw debates on whether or not veteran quarterback and human thumb Derek Anderson had played himself out of a job. So you can imagine the confusion when it was announced that not only would he remain the primary backup, but it would be do-it-all Joe Webb who would lose his job. To be honest, I'm still trying to figure this one out. At first, Herney gave an unsatisfying non-answer, explaining that it's simply a numbers game.
Because of course, we thought Webb was cut for the sheer joy of it.
But it did become a bit clearer when we picked up 22-year-old Brad Kaya off waivers from the Lions. Herney later clarified that he wanted to add a young quarterback that could potentially be groomed into a starter. Still, Webb was a valuable special teams contributor, athletic quarterback, and even an emergency receiver. Not to mention a well-liked locker room leader. It's tough to find someone as multifaceted as he is, and I have a feeling he's not going to be a free agent for long.
Oh, what's that?
Okay, I'm just getting word that Joe Webb has been picked up by the Buffalo Panthers. Gasp. So, moving on to our third and final surprise of the weekend, which is something we haven't seen since, well, Marty Herney was the general manager. Plot twist number 3, a tale of 2 kickers. So, heading into Saturday, most of us thought one of 2 things would happen. Either Graham Gano was cut and rookie Harrison Butker would be named the starting kicker, or, more likely, Harrison Butker would be waived and stashed into the practice squad, and Graham Gano would continue his stint as the Carolina Panthers kicker. But plot twist it is. We have decided to keep both Gano and Butker, as we field offers for the other to be traded, whichever that may be. In a week that saw youngster Michael Pilardi beat out All-Pro Andy Lee to be the starting punter, I suppose it shouldn't be all that surprising to see the 7th round pick come so close to unseating the veteran Gano, or as his biggest fans call him,
No.
And the 50-yarder that bounced right off the uprights in the preseason finale didn't help either. But I'd be lying if I thought it were even a possibility we'd be heading into the season with 2 kickers on the roster. It's going to be interesting to see if we actually move forward with the 2 if we don't find a well-rounded trade offer. It's gonna be a wild ride. Well, that is all we have for you today, Panther Nation. If you liked this video and want to see some more just like it, go ahead and pound that like button. And while you're at it, go ahead and keep pounding that subscribe button.
You like that?
We actually have something special coming out later this week that you definitely don't want to miss, so be sure to turn on those notifications. And be sure to answer our question of the day in the comments section. Who would you like to see as our starting kicker? Butker or Gano? Let's get the discussion going. I will see your beautiful faces soon. Stay blue, my friends.
Keep pounding.
Pounding.
Keep pounding.
Damn it.
Keep pounding. Pounding.
The only thing I don't like about the Brothers Blue is that they might take listeners away from the Carolina Panthers radio network.
Welcome to the Brothers Blue.
Welcome to your game analysis, and here are the Brothers Blue.